this time, no crazy editing. I wanna mix it up and just talk about the game. I've been playing for around 40 hours, which is a lot. You might tell from my voice that I'm tired. I need to be detoxicated from this game in its entirety. 30 out of that 40 hours was passing the main campaign. I also did a couple of side quests, but at some point I stopped doing them. Why? Well, let's figure out. The game is basically you walk, you talk to people, and you pick stuff up. To elaborate, let's say you can quote-unquote adventure around the world, and you pick Nami, and you decide, oh, what can Nami do in this world? She can pick orange stuff up. Then you switch to Sanji, for example. He can pick blue stuff up. Then you switch to Robin. She can pick purple stuff up. And then suddenly they hit you with the variety. Okay, you switch to Zoro, and he can slash doors and boxes. All for the sake of glorious purpose of picking stuff up.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
The only one who can do something remotely useful and interesting is Frankie, who can build bridges. But you don't get Frankie until around 27 hours into the game. Oh, what does Brook pick up? Oh, Brook doesn't pick up anything, he's not even playable. And by that I mean you cannot use him in the regular world, only in battle, and he has the least amount of skills. Why do you need to pick up stuff? You need to pick up stuff in order to craft items for a try-hard gameplay where you can put opponent to sleep, paralyze him, freeze them, then increase his power, increase your power, then rob him, and then do one-shot kill. That is absolutely unnecessary. There is nothing in the game that ever motivates you to do this or to use any kind of strategy, which essentially makes picking stuff up underwhelming or maybe even useless at times. You mostly use the same special moves with the same animations. In fact, the combat can get so boring that developers specifically added a function for you not only to speed up the animations, because you will see them over and over and over and over again, but also you can run away and the opponent doesn't, you don't re-engage the opponent, he just disappears if you run away. Or to do the auto combat, where the game just plays for you. You can simply not play the game. Developers understood that this is going to be so flipping boring after the first 16 hours that you gotta do something about it. And just as a side note, you can win 90% of the fights just using this auto mode. No playing required. What about the story though? It was written by Oda, must be a flipping masterpiece, right? Okay. Basically there is a villain, who's obviously a villain, pretends to be your friend, and says shit like, oh, I obviously ain't going to hurt you. Bunch of filler lines, like you would go up on a beach to find sand shells, and Nami would ask, oh, how are we going to find the sand shells? There is a new character whose backstory is pirates killed her parrot, and now she hates all the pirates. She has a fucking John Wick backstory. The pirates killed her dog's girlfriend or something like that, now she kills all the pirates. Bro, you revisit all the previous arcs, but all of that is redundant because you do not change anything in those arcs. Straw Hats do not act differently knowing the events. There is no Brook and Frankie who would give new reactions and add something to the story. It is basically a speedrun retelling of the events. And while you're at it, fast travel unlocks around 8 hours into the game. When you realize that, you kinda start divert from the path in order to seek entertainment, and the game just prevents you from doing that. It just says, no, you can pick this up, no, can't go to the on rails. Completely. The game also claims that there are puzzles in it. The puzzles are basically you press the button, then you press the button again, that same button, and that's it. That's the entire puzzle. And you think that that's not enough? Check out the mini games, bro. You sit into a boat that you can't control. It carries you, and you can move your head around. That's it. That's the mini game. That's the mini game. in One Piece game. I can't believe that they cannot come up with a cooking game for Sanji, for Chohan, for Zoro, for Guitar Hero, for Brook. Dude, it won't take you 10 minutes to figure out cool mini games. The best mini game this game has is the quiz test. And even that is based on some diabolical stuff like, what is the rare giant catfish found only in the Sandora River? Who cares? Dude, if you still think that this game is flipping amazing and none of this is an argument for you and you feel like you're going to have a blast with it, just keep in mind that on Steam, only 1.6% of players made it to the last chapter and have the achievement for completing the last chapter. This game is so boring that only 1.6% of players are making it till the end of the main campaign. Dude, if you want to train your willpower, like, oh, can I enjoy this forcefully till the end? Then yeah, I guess you can get stronger haki by playing this game, but that's about it. I know that so far I've been mostly only hating on it, but I gotta say that I enjoyed this game a little bit more than One Piece World Seeker, because the designs of the enemies is way cooler in this game. But that's about it. That's the only plus that I can think of off the bat right now. I'm pretty sure if I go into the deep thinking, I can come up with a lot of things that are good in this game, but just off the bat, only bad stuff comes around. There's some Yakuza footage in this video, and when I was looking for it, one of the comments described the perfect advice I would give developers for this game. It goes, better having a smaller world that feels alive than a large open world that is lifeless as a rock. In other words, maybe it's better to play some Yakuza Like a Dragon or Persona 5 and then try to make a 10-hour game that is equally as entertaining rather than do a 100-hour game that is One Piece Odyssey. Better to go with One Piece Yakuza, you know? I feel like it's kind of a risky thing for me to speak my mind here, because majority of the people that place reviews for this game said that they loved it. That this is like a 7 out of 10, like this is the best One Piece game and yara yara. I think everyone's out of their minds. I didn't. Maybe something wrong with me. There is plenty wrong with me, but it's like I've been playing an entirely different game from everyone else. Regardless, I think that this is better than it was before, and maybe in 2 or 3 generations we're finally going to have a AAA One Piece game. But till then, training my willpower. After these games, gonna be walking around, people will fall down saying something like, oh no, he completed One Piece Odyssey, so strong!